So guys, I'm back with another video today and it is week 2. I'm now into week 2 of the training at Simbi. And I've actually acquired a pet here. He's just come into my garden through the side and now he just lies there all day. But it's not too bad because he's quite chill, he doesn't really do much. And yeah, no idea whose he is, but he's here now. But yeah, week 2. So it's been good and it's been bad. It's been bad because I've been ill for the last couple of days. I got food poisoning, so that's held me back a little bit. I was in bed all day, throwing up and shitting myself basically. So that hasn't been fun, but it's to be expected when you're eating all this new food. The way it's cooked all different, and all the seafood and stuff. So yeah, it kind of pushed me out of my routine a little bit, which is a little bit annoying, and just set me back. But I mean, it is what it is, you can't really avoid it. And yeah, week 2, no, what are we now? I've done week 1 and now I've just started week 2 because today's Monday, I'm recording on Monday. And yeah, so the training has been amazing so far, but it's definitely now becoming a reality because the first week the novelty was there. I was in Thailand, everything was new, but now it's just, this is what I've got to do now 5 times a week. Wake up at 7 and go and train for 2 hours, but not just train, but properly train in 30-degree heat. So yeah, it's just kind of settling into that now, which is good, but it just makes my respect for the actual Thais who train Muay Thai and become professional, it makes my respect so much higher, because I'm just after a week, I've done nothing and it's already setting in that this is actually brutal. And it's something I've just got to keep on at each day now and just allow it to transform me basically, and not get too caught up in how hard it is, and just keep moving forward. But yeah, that's the main thing. I said the novelty's worn off, which is a little bit boring, but now all that's left is for me just to go balls to the wall and just give it my best each day. So yeah, I'm looking forward to now that I'm established. Well, I'm not, I'm much more established than what I was. I've settled in, I've got kind of the groundworks, the basics down, and I've got something that I can work from. So that's good. And yeah, also obviously being in Thailand, there's so much going on, and that's also playing a part in making it more difficult, because I can just go to a bar, I can just go on a boat trip, I can just go on a jet ski, I can just go to the jungle. In the UK you can't do anything else, so there's not really, well you can, but it's just so expensive and more difficult to do. So all there is to do is really go to the gym, just get on with your work, keep your head down, because there's not all of those proper distractions, those fun distractions that are actually there on your doorstep, apart from obviously your phone, but that's not fun, and all these things, TV and stuff, but like actual things to do like jet skiing, boat trips, you don't have that problem. So it's a good problem to have, but it's just, yeah, trying to focus on getting my work done first, and then I can go and enjoy those things properly, without the nagging of, oh, you didn't train, you didn't do this, so I can enjoy it fully and properly. But yeah, so I did go out yesterday to the Phi Islands after I'd been ill. I also chilled at the beach when I was ill, because I spent the first day just bedridden, and then I just thought I'm not going to stay in bed for another day, so I thought I just might as well be ill by the beach, actually do something quite nice. So I did that, went down to Naham Beach, then went to the PP Islands on a boat trip, which was amazing. It was only 30 quid. It was quite touristy, but I mean, that's to be expected at that place because it is beautiful. I got there, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but there were just people everywhere. But yeah, really enjoyed that. Did that for most of the day yesterday, and then got my first bit of training of the second week done this morning. I felt a little bit ropey. My stomach it still feels unsettled from the illness, but I'm glad I went. I didn't stay in bed, and I got it done, and I got my feet back on the ground running again. And I just felt a little bit sloppy. My stomach was it was early morning, so my stomach was still a bit unsettled. And I felt sick on the pad work, but I didn't stop. I kept going and got the session done, and it started my day off, and now I feel good. So yeah, just a reminder, just if you're having those thoughts of staying in bed, you'll just regret it in 2 hours. It will feel good for a couple of hours, but then you've got the whole day. It just doesn't set your day up right. And you just move from that beginning spot of being lazy. It just drags out into the whole day. So yeah. I was on the pads today doing a drill with this guy and the coaches, and there was this part of the drill that I just couldn't get. I just kept making mistakes on it repeatedly, and I could see he was laughing at me because he seems quite good. And he was kind of laughing. The coach was like getting frustrated, and I could feel myself getting annoyed. I thought it would be at them, but it's always, when you're getting annoyed at something, it's always you're getting annoyed about something. You're getting annoyed about something that's actually about you. It's not about them. So I thought this, like, why am I getting annoyed here? Like, I've been ill for 3 days, I've been off training, they don't know what's happened the last couple of days, all this stuff, like, getting annoyed about it. And then I just thought, like, shut up. They don't know anything about what you did 2 hours ago. Like, how can you care about them laughing? Just ignore it and focus on getting the drill right. Like, and that was the best option in that moment for me to do, because if I get it right, then that laughter goes, them taking the piss goes, and it wasn't even that deep in the first place. It was just I was getting something wrong, and then I started making it an issue in my head and started getting annoyed. Obviously I didn't show it, but it's just not projecting those frustrations onto the other people, because it's actually always you. So I checked that and I just focused, and then I started getting it right, and then it was fine. So yeah. But yeah, I've also started off with the PT sessions with the head coach, Kruseng, which have been amazing. He's really good at having high energy but not doing it over the top. He doesn't overcoach you, doesn't tell you everything you're doing wrong all the time. He lets you just get on with it, and then when you ask for something or you say, coach, can you just walk me through this, he properly goes through it. And obviously when he messes something up, quite obviously, he'll explain it to you really clearly, and you just go from there. So he's really good. He's the most expensive coach at the training facility because he's the best, and he's had 250 professional fights. But I mean, it's worth it. And I'm enjoying it so far, getting that one-to-one time, because you just cruise through so much of the noise of everyone else around. Obviously supplementing it's the best option, supplementing it with the group training. But yeah, it will just push me that much further. And I already knew coming out here, I've come out here to do Muay Thai. I'm coming out here to travel on a bit of Muay Thai. Obviously I'm not going to not travel, but Muay Thai is the biggest priority for me while I'm out here. So it's just constantly reminding myself of that, and not being afraid to spend the money on actually pursuing it fully. So yeah, I'm even though it's a bit more pricey, it's worth it, and it's the reason I came out here anyway. So yeah, and they also do a pad course, so it's 10 hours, and you can learn how to hold the pads for people in Muay Thai. So I'm definitely going to do that. It's about 350 quid, but it's going to set me up for when I get back home, and I'll also have the opportunity to be able to train people holding the Muay Thai pads as well. So I'm definitely going to do that. So it's all about just doing these things because you know long term it's going to pay such good dividends. It may not feel like it now, but like, what else are you going to spend that money on? Like, you're going to get a real skill that's never going to leave you. It's not like a material thing. Like, once you know how to fight well, no one can take that away from you. Just like if you buy a nice car, someone can steal it, someone can crash into it, all these things, and it can easily be taken away from you. And yeah, these actual skills actually make you into someone. And you can own that identity too, because you're not hiding behind a material object. This is just you now. You can just fight now, that's just you, and no one can take that away. And no one can obviously pay for it, but that's not the whole thing. You pay a little bit, but then the rest of it is all you and doing the hard work to get to a good level of fighter. So yeah, that's kind of the update so far of this second half of week 1. And yeah, now is the time to get into the pad work videos and the sparring videos from the week.
Yes, guys. So the first thing I wanted to do was just show what the physique's looking like on week 1. Just to keep an update on it, just to see how it changes throughout the entire 3 months. I thought that'd be interesting for me to see and for you guys to see as well. So yeah, and now we're into the fighting clips. So this is day 1. So I wanted you just to keep this in mind as we go through where I was in the first week. Just looking dog shit. Flat, heavy, slow. Obviously can't be too hard on myself, I was learning, but yeah, I just want to give you a perspective of how fast I am progressing by doing it so intensely at a proper place. So this is day number 6. So there's just more snap on the elbows. And I just look stronger in my stance. I'm still flat-footed here, but much better. And the kick flew. But could have just had a little bit more hit, but it was looking good. And now we're on day 7. So this is the personal training session with Sen King, the top coach. He's had like 250 fights. And we are sparring. So this is the first bit of Muay Thai sparring that I've done here. And the first time I felt weird, I felt awkward. Like I've got access now to all of these different limbs that I've got to think about. And he was telling me that I wasn't committing enough, which was dead obvious, and he was dead right, because I just felt awkward. Going from boxing, where you've only got to think about your hands and all the other stuff, to now having to think about all these different limbs. So, yeah. I'm just kind of throwing and then not doing anything after, really. I'm not moving or thinking about what I'm doing next. I'm just not very sure there. So now we're on to day 8 on the pads with Sen King, the PT. And I'm just looking much better, in much more flow, a lot more natural. I'm integrating the boxing technique well into the Muay Thai in terms of movement. Just when I'm throwing these kicks and these new movements, I'm still aware that, all right, now I need to move, I need to stay fluid, relaxed. So that's now becoming a bit more second nature, which is good. And the 3 years of boxing's definitely paid off to give me a kickstart in the Muay Thai. So right, day 9. Again with the PT. I've been heavy on the PT this week, just to really lock in my technique and nice jump out the way there, and it was nice and fluent, and I threw a kick straight after. So I'm just flowing here and not thinking about the moves as much, and just trying to focus on the person in front of me, which is what I can do when I'm boxing. But obviously I'm going back a step now with the Muay Thai. So yeah, see, I'm moving back straight after the knee. I'm not thinking, oh, that was a good knee. I'm thinking, right, what do I need to do next? What's coming next? And yeah, he was much more impressed with me today. He just said the technique was much more intentional and you weren't throwing like a girl. See, look, nice kicks there. Nice jump back, kick again. See, I'm using those hips more as well. I'm more sturdy on my feet, moving back again. Shit, I was very proud today of how far I've come in that first week. Today it felt like things were actually clicking finally, which is really good. And it feels like I can really progress now off of the base that I've built for myself in the first week. So yeah, that's that. And thanks for watching. Back to the outro.
So guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed. It is now the next day because I ran out of time filming this yesterday, hence why it's dark. But I mean, the main takeaway for me this week, so far this week, we're now in week 2, is, not to waste your time when you're training, getting angry that, they're laughing at me, I can't do it, this and that. Just use the energy to get it right and to get good, because then all of that stuff, all the insecurity and all the laughter from other people always goes away when you just prove who you are through your actions. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've enjoyed the breakdown of my training from this week as well. And yeah, I'm going to be recording, making videos every week to document my journey and my progress. So if you're interested in sticking around, then subscribe and follow along, because I'm looking forward to making some drastic progress from day 1 all the way up until my first fight. Because even now I just feel so much more fluid in my movements, especially with the boxing. It definitely integrates well, and you can pick things up with the Muay Thai a lot quicker, and you can integrate what you learn a lot quicker into an actual fighting scenario. So that's good. Like with the kicks, it's not just like throwing the kicks and thinking, oh, that was a great kick. It's like throwing the kick and then moving straight away and just staying relaxed and fluid. So that boxing IQ has carried over into the Muay Thai, which is really good. And I'm just feeling like I'm learning more and more every day, and I'm improving. So especially with the PT, he was saying that my technique is now much better, and it felt a lot better. It felt like I was doing things with much more intention, and I was committing to my kicks, my elbows, because the first sparring session, I'm not gonna lie, it felt weird. Like just having all these different limbs to worry about when you're sparring, so I just felt awkward, and I didn't quite know how hard to go, what to do. It kind of felt like I was going back to square one. But I mean, today the sparring with Sen King was much better. It just felt like with the knees and the kicks, just the reset felt a lot more natural, because before I was thinking in my head, all right, well, I can't really bounce around like with boxing, I've got to keep a bit more flat-footed, but that's bollocks. As long as I keep the stance square on, I can still keep the lightness in my feet, and it feels a lot more natural to do. So yeah, and if you've made it this far and want to be more included in the journey, then hit the link in the bio to download my 5 mental frameworks to stay consistent in the gym. and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.